Welcome to OnCore Indie, a weekly show about the latest indie mobile games. This week we're reviewing a game that you might think you've played before, but after taking a closer look you'll realize that it's something special. It's called SkyForce Reloaded. Let's get right into the review.
Nice to see you again. You know the drill. Touch the screen, move your finger, and see what happens.
To quote the game's summary in the App Store, there are many scrolling shooters, but none of them is SkyForce. I'm gonna have to agree with that statement. On the surface, this game looks like every scrolling shooter or shmup that we've gotten since R-Type in the late 80s, but like many modern games, SkyForce adds some addicting RPG elements that help this game transcend the one-dimensional genre. SkyForce Reloaded is challenging without being frustrating. The enemies come in varieties and come in waves to give you nice breaks throughout tougher levels. The game has a very polished look and feel, but it doesn't make it too difficult to tell enemies and the environment apart. The game controls perfectly as a one-handed operation, with the action slowing down when you lift your finger. This also lets you use your weapons and special power-ups without requiring any crazy multi-taps or icons to use.
Nice.
Human rescue. Human rescue. Weapon upgrade.
You're obviously going to shoot down a ton of enemies, but your goal is also to save people in the process. One of the more difficult elements of the game is balancing your focus between incoming enemies and saving civilians. Since the rescue mission is only one of 4 goals for each level, I found it easier to concentrate on mowing down bad guys during my first go, and then switching my priorities to saving lives when I replayed the mission. The replay value is definitely my favorite part of the game. Even though I was unlocking new missions fairly quickly, I ended up circling back to the first few levels to hit all the goals and upgrades. Most mobile games set out to achieve this kind of replay value to get players logging on a daily basis, but I feel like SkyForce Reloaded is really designed with that in mind. Each level takes about 2 minutes to complete, so it's definitely a game you can pick up a few times a day without eating into all your free time. Now this is a free-to-play game, but if you end up really digging the game, you'll most likely want to spend $1 or $2 to purchase the in-game currency. You can certainly play for hours without spending a dime, but progress will be a lot slower as the game forces you to wait 30 to 45 seconds for upgrades to complete. Now that being said, you're going to collect a ton of currency on each mission, and you can use that to cut through the upgrade time.
Nice.
Weapon upgrade.
SkyForce Reloaded is definitely worth your time, and if you feel inclined to spend money on it, you can basically unlock all the ad-free premium options for around $6. And as someone who spent way too many quarters playing these kind of games in the arcades growing up, I can safely say that this shooter is worth the extra dough. And cost aside, this is just a really fun game. It's rare to find a game that's this polished and refined with the added perks that boost the replay value. Like I said before, the levels are short enough that firing up daily will not feel like a chore, and your time is rewarded with frequent gifts and upgrades. So please give SkyForce Reloaded a shot, and if you downloaded it and played it, let us know by tweeting us, and we'll see you next time.